Hey guys, today we're going to explore what LEGO has in store for Dungeons & Dragons from Wizards of the Coast. I'm Angela, you're watching Hobby Night, now let's get to it. Now, longtime fans of the channel will know that I am a massive D&D fan. In fact, Dungeons & Dragons was one of my earliest gateways into the hobby alongside Warhammer 40k and Warhammer Fantasy almost. So I was thrilled when I heard that LEGO Ideas was announcing that they were partnering with Wizards of the Coast to bring us a Dungeons & Dragons themed set. Because if you follow me on social media, you'll have noticed that I've really gotten into LEGO. I've been posting about it a bunch, and it all started with Star Wars LEGO. I started collecting some of the ships, then I got the brilliant idea, because I had seen it online, that people were collecting clone armies using the little minifigures, and I was like, yes, I want to army build that way. And then from there, I found the castle line, which I absolutely love. The Lionites castle is amazing. Got that, wanted to build more, and then I started discovering city builds and mocks that you can create. Combine all of that with my weakness for plastic, and lo and behold, you see the start of my city build. I've even built mills plates, I've got a bunch of food trucks, a little bit of city going on, but one of the big things that I actually want to put into my actual city build is going to be a large fantasy Ren fair, and I'm really hoping that the D&D set will work for that. So let's go check it out. Hey guys, I just wanted to jump in and let you know that I've recently started live streaming. So if you never want to miss those, or if you've been enjoying the content you're watching today, make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon for notifications. Now, let's go ahead and jump back to the video. So we're finally here on the LEGO Ideas website. And you might be wondering, what is LEGO Ideas for those of you that are unfamiliar? It is a website where users can submit ideas for LEGO products that get voted on by fans and have the potential to become official LEGO sites. Now there's a lot of different challenges that the LEGO Ideas website runs, and right now they've been running a D&D one, which you can find here. We have this one, and I'm gonna go ahead and vote on these today. Now, they've already had all their submissions entered, and they've narrowed it down to 5 finalists. So we're gonna take a look at what those are and go ahead and submit my vote. I'm really hoping to find something that's going to fit into my LEGO city, so let's go ahead and take a look at the 5 different designs. Let's start with the first one, which is, cool. Okay, so this is a transforming mimic, which means it actually has moving parts and it actually turns into a full mimic. And I love the look of that. I love the fact that even the sign for the idea transforms and flips around to go from treasure chest to mimic, which is amazing. Let's look at some of the still images. So this is the mimic side of it. I love the teeth, nice parts usage and everything. Oh, cool, it opens up and look, there's even more teeth inside, and I love the purple tongue. That is a great touch. It's one of the elements that I really like about mimics. So that's really, really cool. And then here's it in chest form. Now, the one thing I will say is, like, it in chest form seems a little plain, but I do like the fact that it transforms. And these are some really nice details. I do like this totally smooth finish. I almost just wish it had, like, maybe some print or something, but okay, that one's really cool. Let's take a look at the next one. Ooh. No Another Time, LEGO. All right, so now we have Xanathar the Beholder. I mean, this is a classic character from D&D, right? He is pretty cool. I actually do really love the look of this bookshelf. I also love the fact that they have a tiny dragon. We'll look through the details here and see if we can see more, but let's take a look at Xanathar himself. Oh, his mouth goes up and down, I think. That is super rad, because he's got definitely some rotation here, so that's really, really cool. I do love the way that they did these eye tendrils, like that looks fantastic. And he is a proper shape, like completely total proper shape. Here's the bookshelf. Oh, it's a dice tower. Okay, that is actually very cute. I do like the idea of that. I love dual functionality in both a display piece or having a dice tower, but I don't know if I'm gonna be able to really use this in my city. It does do dice storage though too. That's actually really, really cool with the desk. All right, it is pretty neat. I do love that there's some like mix and match that you can do, like putting the book on the shelf. That is pretty cool, but let's take a look at the next idea. Okay, honestly, right out the gate, I'm loving the look of this. Dragon's Keep Journey's End. This looks stunning, and actually like it could definitely go into a LEGO city build and totally would work for a medieval like village or fair, which is kind of what I'm leaning towards. I do also love the fact that it comes with monsters. Like, it's not just got the buildings, but there's plenty of little minifigs, which they could easily turn into named characters. Like, maybe you'll see, like, Boo. Well, I mean, that's the hamster, so I don't know if you'll really see that. But some of the, like, classic characters from D&D would be really cool. I mean, this could eventually just be Xanathar, in theory, which would be kind of neat. I do love the big structure with both having a castle, a small town around it, and then even some, like, foresty area. Like, that's really, really cool. And then the dragon. Like, that's a really good Lego dragon. I've built a number of them because I've been building a lot of Monkey Kid city builds, and, like, there's sometimes dragons in that, and then, honestly, the castles do actually have dragons, and I have built one of the 3-in-1 castle designs from Lego, and this is honestly very impressive. Also, again, they've got minifig options and also still have a beholder, even if it isn't necessarily specifically Xanathar. So I'm really high on the Dragon Keep's Journey's End, but we have 2 more to look at, so let's continue forward. Ooh, okay, so we have another dice tower, which is really, really cool. This is Tiamat's dice tower. I love the dragon design. Like, those wings are super big and chonky, and I just really like how smooth they actually got them. I've not seen many of these pieces. I'm not as familiar with, like, this shape. I guess maybe it's a vehicle piece, but I'm really liking the design of this. I also love the little D&D symbol, and that it would still come with minifigs. I also just noticed, look at that. There is a really cool stained glass piece in there. I don't know what Lego's capabilities with printing on the clear plastics is. I assume they could probably do this, or even with a sticker design. So that could be very, very interesting. This is neat. I'm not as thrilled, though, that it's just a dice tower. Like, I guess this does work as kind of a neat display piece, but I don't see it going into my build at all specifically, and I don't know if I would specifically use it as a dice tower. I think I would just want it as more of that, like I said, display piece. Okay, I do still like it, though. Let's look at the last idea before we make our final decision. Okay, this is very cute. I love the fact that it's the monster manual. Hence the challenge entry's name. So this is cool. I love the fact that they're doing a bunch of different monster designs. I love the fact that in 3 different sets that we've looked at, there are 3 very distinctly different Xanathar or Beholder miniatures. And that is just actually very, very cool. I wonder, so if Lego ends up going with one of the ones that has a Beholder in it, I'm going to be curious to see what they end up doing design-wise for it. Oh, look at the back of the book. That's actually very cute. Totally mimics the one of the classic designs for not the classic, but I think it's one of the more recent limited edition designs for the monster manual, which is pretty cool. And then here's a picture of some of the individual monsters. I do like that dragon. That is pretty neat. And that's them from behind. Okay, it is pretty neat, but, like, I just don't think I would use this specifically in my build. So I'm going to immediately eliminate that one. I do also think that with this Tiamat's dice tower, while I bet there could be some future mocks that maybe turn this into a, building I could use in my fair, I just don't know if this one stands out enough to me for me to vote for it. I think I'm going to go ahead and eliminate this one as well. Now, this is the one that I'm definitely leaning towards, so before we talk some more about this one, I want to go back to these other 2. The Mimic, again, I really like it. The fact that it's, like, it actually flips open and is mechanical, I think is actually really brilliant, but not what I am specifically looking for. However, that being said, I do hope that Lego takes from this idea, and if they come out with additional D&D sets later on down the line, because they continue that partnership with Wizards of the Coast, like, I want to see them do something like this, because I do think it's very clever. Like, this is a really cute thing that I could see putting on a shelf at a D&D game, and then maybe, like, busting it out if we run into a Mimic in a game. Like, that would be fun, but I do think I'm going to eliminate it because it's not something I can use in my city. So then we have the Xanathar with his bookshelf. Get to the main, there we go. So the Xanathar with the bookshelf, and the one that I actually think is the most fitting for the city. I am actually quite torn. I really like, just visually, how this one looks. Of all of the Beholders, I actually think this is my favorite because he looks, to me, the most like Xanathar, and I really appreciate, I just noticed, the fact that they actually have his goldfish on the desk. Like, Great touches. I also love these little micro builds within the bookshelves themselves, and the color palette just works for me. However, it can't be used in my city, and I don't need another dice tower or dice storage because I have plenty of that at this point. So I think ultimately my winner is going to end up being the Dragon's Keep Journey's End. I love the look of this. It's everything that I want from LEGO when it comes to city or castle designs, as well as just doing like a more medieval aesthetic. Like, I really am hoping that whatever they convert this into, because the one thing I will say about LEGO Ideas is while they do let you vote on these really cool designs, this is not what the final piece is going to look like. They always adjust it to make it more within their guidelines of how they want their sets to be built. And that makes total sense. So this one, I honestly feel like is the safest from being completely off base from what it was the original design, because that is sometimes something that you notice. Like the blacksmiths that I just built, and you've probably seen me post about on my Instagram, was one of these LEGO Ideas, and the original blacksmith's look versus what LEGO actually put out there is similar, but still very different. So I'm hoping that this doesn't get changed too much. We get all of these really cool elements. Maybe it ends up being modular or multiple pieces, turns into like a 3-in-1 design where you can do a bunch of different things with it, because this is a lot of pieces. So I'm really excited about this. Let's go ahead and vote. And with that, we have begun the LEGO month on the channel. I just wanted to make December all about LEGO because I've been really enjoying exploring the hobby, and I just want to share that with you guys. Now, before I head out, I do want to remind everybody that there is still going to be the painting tutorials on Tuesdays, so if you're coming here for that kind of hobby content, don't worry, you're still going to be getting that through the month of December. Now, to head us out, we're going to thank our patrons for making it so content like this can continue to happen. Without your guys' support, we just would not be doing this, so thank you very, very much. I have been Angela, and I hope you have a wonderful hobby night.